Welcome to AI Book Highlights.
Great to be here.
Today we're looking at The Secret of the Science of Getting Rich. And this one's by Bob Proctor and Sandy Gallagher. Came out in 2022.
Yeah, and it really builds on that classic Wattles work, but, brings in Proctor's decades of experience. Think Napoleon Hill, Earl Nightingale, but for right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So our mission today is basically to pull out the key insights, the stuff you can actually use from the book. We want to help you understand and maybe even apply these principles of wealth creation they talk about.
Right, and it's more than just money, isn't it? It's about the mindset, the universal laws, they say, are at play.
Definitely. Understanding how things like your thoughts, your beliefs, even gratitude, how they fit into attracting abundance.
So we've kind of distilled it down to what we think are the biggest takeaways.
Okay, let's jump in. Highlight number 1. The book says pretty boldly that wanting to be rich is your right, maybe even your duty.
Yeah, that can be a bit jarring at first, maybe. But they lean heavily on Wattles here. He said, it is perfectly right that you should desire to be rich. If you are a normal man or woman, you cannot help doing so.
So ditch the guilt, basically.
Pretty much. The book really pushes back against any idea that wanting financial freedom is somehow wrong or selfish.
Okay, I get the right part, but how does it become a duty? That seems like a stronger claim.
Well, the thinking is that realizing your full potential, and that includes financial potential, is the best way you can contribute. Wattles also said, for you can render God and humanity no greater service than to make the most of yourself.
Okay. So if you're thriving, you can do more good.
That's the idea. If you're struggling financially, your ability to help others, pursue big ideas, or even just take care of yourself fully is, well, it's limited. Making the most of yourself financially helps you serve better. It's about a whole life, body, mind, and soul, none neglected.
Right, shifting it from just accumulation to like full self-expression and service. Makes sense. Okay, highlight 2 gets into the mind power stuff, this formless substance idea.
Ah, yes, foundational stuff from Wattles again. The book calls it the first principle. It goes, thought is the only power which can produce tangible riches from the formless substance.
Okay.
The stuff from which all things are made is a substance which thinks, and a thought of form in this substance produces the form.
Okay, unpack the formless substance bit. It sounds a little out there.
Think of it like the raw, unmanifested potential of the universe. Pure energy, maybe. The core idea is that your thoughts act like a mold or a blueprint. When you hold a clear thought of something, a form within this thinking substance, it starts the process of creating that form.
Like thinking about building a house gets the ball rolling.
Exactly. That's the analogy they often use. The idea, the mental picture, comes first. The book argues wealth creation works the same way. Your focused thought impresses itself onto this substance.
So our thoughts are literally creative forces.
That's the core belief here. And Bob Proctor really hammered this home. He'd say something like, you've got to create the picture of what you want in your mind, and you've got to stop letting the outside world dictate what you want.
Meaning, don't look at your empty bank account and decide you can't be wealthy.
Precisely. Your current reality, your circumstances, shouldn't limit your vision. You hold the clear mental image of what you desire, regardless of what's happening externally right now. That internal picture is key.
That's a powerful idea. Definitely challenges limiting beliefs. Okay, highlight 3. Paradigms. Our mental programming.
Yes, paradigms. These are crucial. The book defines a paradigm as a mental program that has almost exclusive control over our habitual behavior.
So like the subconscious autopilot that runs our life.
Pretty much, yeah. They get set really early on, from our environment, parents, culture, repeated ideas, all that stuff. And the frustrating part is you can consciously know better.
Right. You read the books, you go to the seminars.
Yeah. Exactly. You have what they call superior knowledge, but you still get inferior results. Why? Because the old paradigm, the subconscious program, is still running the show, overriding your conscious intentions.
Could you give an example? Like, how would that play out?
Sure. Maybe someone consciously wants to, say, earn double their income. They know how they could do it, maybe start a side business or ask for a raise. But if their paradigm is rooted in beliefs like making money is hard or I'm not worthy of more, that underlying program will create feelings, fear, doubt, and trigger behaviors like procrastination, avoiding opportunities, sabotaging the conscious goal.
Oh, okay. So the unseen program is blocking the conscious desire.
That's it. So the book stresses you have to change the paradigm to change the result long term. And the good news is your conscious mind can choose new thoughts, new ideas, and start overwriting that old program. It takes effort, but it's possible.
It requires becoming aware first. then actively choosing differently.
Got it.
Moving on to highlight 4, working with universal laws.
Right. The idea here is that getting rich isn't luck or chance. It's a science, like algebra or, physics. It operates according to specific, predictable laws.
Okay, like what laws are we talking about?
Well, they touch on several, but a big one is the law of vibration. Everything vibrates, nothing rests. Your thoughts and feelings create your personal vibration, and you attract things, people, circumstances, opportunities that are in harmonic resonance with that vibration.
So think positive, feel positive, attract positive. Is it that simple?
That's the essence, though maybe not always simple in practice. Then there's the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. Energy is always moving, changing form. Thoughts are energy, so they have the potential to transmute to move into physical form or results.
Interesting. What else?
The law of relativity is useful. Nothing's inherently big or small. It's all about comparison. They mention Peggy McCall's book idea, Make a Million Look Small. Reframing a big goal relative to something even bigger can make it seem more achievable.
That's a neat mental trick.
Isn't it? Then, polarity, everything has an opposite. You need the bad to appreciate the good. Michael Beckwith's advice fits here. Accept the situation, find the good in it, forgive the rest.
Acknowledging both sides.
Right. And finally, cause and effect. Pretty straightforward. What you sow, you reap. Put out good energy, focused action, value. You tend to get good results back. These laws together form a kind of operating system for manifestation.
It provides a framework, a way to understand why things happen the way they do. Okay, our 5th and final highlight, gratitude.
Yes, and this isn't just like a fluffy add-on. It's presented as absolutely central, a key to aligning yourself mentally with the source of wealth, that formless intelligence.
How so? Wattles is quoted again here, right?
He is. He said, the whole process of mental adjustment and atonement can be summed up in one word, gratitude. It's seen as the bridge.
So it's more than just saying thank you. It's a functional tool.
Exactly. The book lays out a kind of 3-step gratitude process. 1, believe there's one intelligent substance, the source of everything. 2, believe this substance gives you everything you desire. 3, relate to it with deep, heartfelt gratitude.
And what does that do?
It shifts your entire mental state. Focusing on gratitude forces your mind onto the good, onto abundance, away from lack. This aligns your vibration, your energy, with the frequency of wealth and well-being. It connects you to the source.
Is there a specific practice they recommend?
Yes, the Proctor Gallagher Institute has a practical 3-step gratitude exercise. First, every day, list maybe 10 things you're genuinely grateful for right now. Feel it. Second, sit quietly for 5 minutes. Just be open to insights or guidance. Third, consciously send love or good energy to 3 people who might be bothering you, or even to yourself if you need it.
That last part sounds challenging but powerful.
It can be, but it's about shifting your own energy. Practicing gratitude consistently helps you realize, on an inner level, that you already have what you desire in spirit, in thought. And that feeling, that conviction, helps bring it into physical reality.
Okay, those 5 highlights give a really solid picture. Let's boil it down now. What are, say, 3 actionable things listeners can start doing?
Right. First big takeaway, daily mental image practice. You need to consciously, regularly spend time creating and feeling a very clear mental picture of what you want, your goals, your ideal life.
Not just daydreaming, but focused visualization.
Exactly. Write it down too. In the present tense, like it's already real. I am so happy and grateful now, and really impress that image, that feeling onto your subconscious mind daily.
Make it a habit. Okay, what's number 2?
Second takeaway, paradigm awareness and shift. You've got to become conscious of your current programming. How? Look at your results. Seriously, your current results are the printout of your subconscious programs.
Ouch. Okay, so observe the results.
Observe without judgment, ideally. See where you're stuck. Identify the limiting beliefs, the negative self-talk that pops up. Then, crucially, choose to deliberately feed your mind new, empowering ideas. Read books like this one, listen to audios, study things that expand your thinking. Every single day.
So it's about identifying the old software and consciously installing new updates.
That's a great way to put it. It's an ongoing commitment to reprogramming yourself for success.
Makes sense. And the third actionable takeaway.
Consistent gratitude practice. Make it non-negotiable. Use that 3-step exercise we talked about, or find a method that resonates, but do it daily. And the key is not just listing things, but genuinely feeling the gratitude.
So connect with the emotion of appreciation.
Yes. Feel thankful for what you have now and feel thankful in advance for the good that's on its way. That feeling is what changes your vibration and opens the door for more good to flow in.
Fantastic. Mental imagery, paradigm shifting, and gratitude practice. Seems like a powerful combo.
They really are. The book argues that consistently applying these principles, understanding thought, paradigms, the laws, gratitude, really can transform your financial reality and, well, your whole life.
Well, this has been a great overview of the secret of the science of getting rich. It's clear there's a lot of depth there.
Definitely. We've really just scratched the surface of the concepts Proctor and Gallagher explore.
So thank you for joining us for this highlight session. We strongly encourage you, if this resonates, to grab a copy of the book and really immerse yourself in it.
Absolutely. There's so much more detail and nuance in the full text. You'll find a link to purchase it right there in the description.
And as a final thought to leave you with, what is one specific big goal you can start vividly visualizing and feeling genuinely grateful for starting today?